Why INFJs must accept that they are ageless. Each personality archetype has strengths and weaknesses, and these are often reinforced in professional settings where we often meet a diverse group of people with very different backgrounds and value systems. INFJs have many skills that can make them ageless. So let's get started and know more about the rarest personality type, INFJ. They are creative. Attention to detail while focusing on the big picture is a personality trait that makes INFJs so creative. Whether it's music, art, or literature, INFJs have almost no shortage of ideas. They can translate any detail that catches their eye into a work of creative art, pun, or writing. INFJs can see patterns, possibilities, and designs where the average person cannot. The fact that most INFJs are introverts means they often need to spend time alone reflecting, restructuring, or planning future projects. Curious about everything. Their inner curiosity allows them to experiment with words, colors, textures, or music, which leads to success. Many amazing people are INFJs like J.K. Rowling, Alanis Morissette, Edgar Allan Poe, Shakespeare, Carl Jung, and many more. The INFJ's intuitive nature goes beyond the ordinary. They often judge based on their feelings and enjoy watching people interact. The INFJ's famous demeanor is nothing more than his intense desire to see what's beyond the visible. You have an uncanny ability to read people's motives, and it is very difficult to lie or deceive these people. The insights they gain help them tackle the underlying issues that get to the heart of the matter. With their calm and carefully chosen words, INFJs aren't too pushy or too aggressive to immediately understand, but they are people who are hard to resist. Altruistic in nature. Their calm altruism and genuine desire to act to bring about significant change for the better often inspire trust and confidence in others. This belief not only forms the basis of inspiration, but once established, serves as a means of belief and determination. When we talk about the power of advocates, determination plays an important role in the way they live their lives. Decision-making is easy for them because they use their intuition to judge better options and often ignore facts. Once they see the big picture, they plan every detail and complete difficult and time-consuming tasks and projects with an unwavering will. Whatever they choose, it must be consistent with the moral values and human principles they hold dear. INFJs are principled. Nothing is too difficult when it has to be done is the adage an INFJ will say when he or she believes that continuing on a particular task or project is the only option. You see obstacles as opportunities for growth and see unexpected perspectives. This attitude will only be maintained if they are enthusiastic about the project or idea, which means making positive changes in their environment. Treat others the way you would want them to treat you may be their main motivation for action. Not because they expect to be treated equally, but because they firmly believe that empowering others is the path to fulfillment. The happiness of those around them is very important to the INFJ, and caring for the needs of others takes precedence over their own. Many of us would like our world to be a much better place, but INFJs have the will, the courage, and the real organization to make their dreams come true. They truly believe in creating positive change for people and those around them, and often engage in activities that help those who are underserved or injured. INFJs are usually the ones who are never persuaded to start a project that no one else will, and while it's possible to see it done, they end up doing it. Personality lawyers are sensitive types who quickly adapt to other people's feelings. The way they show compassion goes beyond understanding what those around them are going through because of their intuitive nature. They can discern frustration, sadness, and worry that they and their friends are great at reading body language and seeing unspoken suffering. This strength of the INFJ doesn't go unnoticed, and it's not uncommon for an acquaintance to open up to an INFJ simply because they feel understood. And as INFJs, they will do anything to comfort the person or find a way out. They always care for others. People with INFJ personalities rarely think about their own needs. Personal accomplishments only make sense if they make others happier, allowing them to work long hours just to help those in need without expecting anything in return. Financial incentives are never attractive to INFJs, and they may sacrifice their time and money to do the right thing. INFJs are usually very aware of what other people need. They are naturally empathetic and in tune with those around them, so they can often predict what people are thinking or feeling. This can lead them to take on a caring or nurturing role in the lives of others. You have a deep optimism that often leads to positive change. Connect deeply with others. INFJs can connect deeply with those around them. They are good listeners who can be helpful friends or confidants to those in need. They seek close relationships with others and often use their skills to create strong and reliable friendships. Their understanding of their motivations helps them propel themselves toward growth and change. They want the world to be a better place and are constantly finding new ways to contribute. INFJs want to bring about change that can help other people. They are more motivated by their influence on others than by financial or professional success. Engaging in the tasks they are good at will help the INFJ feel happier and work more productively. They have the opportunity to actively participate in their work and use their strengths to their advantage, which can help them to stay in position for the long term. They are lifelong learners. Never content to stay stagnant, INFJs are always on the lookout for new information, whether it's picking up a book, observing people, or getting out of our comfort zone sometimes. But INFJs don't spend all their time with their noses in a book. Paradoxically, they also have an adventurous side that encourages them to do things like wilderness camping and even skydiving. Many INFJs are naturally curious, and fun-like novels and travel are the perfect antidote. While some are visionaries and others solve fundamental problems, INFJs successfully bridge the line between two identities. INFJs are open-minded people who like to see situations and people effectively and develop practical strategies for action. Avoid conflicts. INFJs dislike conflict and will do their best to avoid it or, at worst, resolve it. These humans have the supernatural ability to bridge the gap between humanity and show even the worst factions that there is something that holds all involved together. INFJs are excellent listeners who can empathize with almost anyone and find solutions without being overly judgmental. INFJs often have their view of the world. They are never short of ideas, which of course can be translated into music, literature, or film. Their creativity is at its peak. They always give a little more of themselves in their art, which is obvious to the casual observer. INFJs also enjoy finding the perfect solution to a problem, which often requires a vivid imagination. They are good listeners. As good listeners, INFJs are naturally attracted to other people. They usually consider how their actions may affect people and behave carefully to find or maintain balance. While avoiding the limelight, they usually give those around them a chance to reflect and grow. INFJs have a keen sense of their surroundings, paying close attention to the small details of people's behavior. This curiosity is partly due to their fascination with human behavior and social norms. Most INFJs will agree that observing people isn't meant to scare. It's meant to study people without engaging with anyone. INFJs have hurdles to overcome, and none of them can overcome the strength and resilience that these people deeply possess. Keen observers. Where others cannot be found, curious and detail-oriented, INFJs tend to observe patterns and possibilities. In their introverted nature and lively imagination, they spend time alone imagining their creative endeavors. Like other intuitive introverted personality types, INFJs fully embrace their rigid self-discipline to look their best. Also known as advocates, they pursue their chosen goals with a single-minded approach, often upsetting the status quo. INFJs never judge others based on their appearance alone. They always look outside and try to understand how the person is doing. You have the unique ability to perceive things and see them for what they are without layers or falsehoods. INFJs are broad-minded and deep-minded people, which is why they always strive to make meaningful connections with others. INFJs have ethics and morals. The INFJs' values, ethics, and morals are second to none, and no matter what, they always stand up for what is right. You have deep faith in yourself and never compromise. Always ready to lend a helping hand to those less fortunate and in need, they serve as beacons of hope in society. INFJs have a lot of positive qualities, which is why they seem ageless. So the next time you're in a group, find someone to share some words of wisdom with and talk about all the things that matter. Are they INFJ or not? And what do you think of the traits that keep them young? Do tell us in the comment section below and like and subscribe for more such interesting videos.